Alright guys, Dominique with Canine Corporation. So, we have swapped my sets of puppies back and forth all day. It's about time to go to bed. I'm not 100% happy with where they are, so I am going to do a quick bottle feed on these guys. And I use the Miracle Nipples. I use the small and the large. This to get them started, and then once they're willing to drink the milk, then you can go to the larger nipple. I use the smaller one at first because, as you can see, it's actually cat nipple, I think. But I use the smaller one at first because it actually puts the milk into the back of their throat a little bit better and makes them swallow it and actually kind of digest it better. Then we have the Benebact Plus, and this is live naturally occurring microorganisms, but it's just a kind of a way to make sure that their gut is processing correctly. So I give them just a little bit of this. This is the milk that I like to use as the Breeder's Edge. And then this is what they call Val syrup. You can use Val syrup that I get from my vet. It's actually a pain reliever. You can give some to the moms, or you can give some to the puppies, but it's got a lot of vitamins and nutrients in it. You can also give them Dine, D-Y-N-E, Dine. So basically what we want to do is make sure that we're getting the calories and the energy level of these puppies up. With the milk, we're trying to get in some extra fluids. Like I said, these guys aren't in critical condition, but this is just a sanity thing I'm going to do just to make sure I'm not in a bad situation tomorrow. So let's get started. Okay, I'm almost ready for the puppy. So, drawn up in this, I'm going to slip this onto here. I have got my towel. One thing about the towel is I double it at the front where they're going to be. They tend to kind of settle in a little better if they've kind of got something that they can paw at and reach, because they're used to pushing on their mom. So having something they can kind of push on helps. So let's go get a pup. So this is going to be hard for me to film by myself, but I do it like this, and I put my fingers on both sides. See, his little head is in the middle and holding it, and then I just slowly push that milk in. So the little guy did great. All right, so one of the reasons that your finger is on the sides of the mouth here when I'm holding him, or her actually, is because that way I actually can feel when she suckles. You actually can feel it with your fingers, even if you're not sure, because a lot of times they can be quiet. I know you're hungry. I'm fixing to take you back out to mom. Okay, so I'm going to take him back out. I just want to make sure he got some. And then I'm going to do the same with the other four. So yeah, forgot to give him his Val syrup. I gave him, you just kind of dribble it in the Val syrup, and they'll lick it up. So quickly, one of the things that you would have been listening for and watching for, one is milk out the nose. Two is if you hear them gurgling. If you do that, it's going to be the same process that we use when you're shaking a puppy. You're going to get them on a good hold where their head is out, and you're actually going to basically, and make sure you got a good hold, you're basically going to fling the puppy towards the floor. I know it sounds crazy, but you're going to use centrifugal force basically to get the milk to come up out of their lungs and into their throat so they can swallow it. Okay, so I'm just going to show you real quick what it looks like. Ready? There we go. About like that. Yeah, I know. See, I didn't drop him. I didn't hurt him. And you're going to do it a couple times, and then you're going to listen for them clear lungs. Actually put his little body up to your ear and listen for the clear lungs. All right, 2 done. About to head out and do the other 2 that are still with mom. I made sure to reheat my milk before I went out. All right, time for the next 2. They need their milk. Okay, so this was a good and bad sign. So I fed this one first and slurped it down until we got to there, which means, you know, after being out here with mom for 2 hours, definitely wasn't getting all that she needed, but it's good to know we're not that far off. So she only ate, what, a cc, basically, or a milliliter, if you will, of fluid. So that's not far off from where she needed to be. We're also, when we talked about doing this Benebact, You can do any kind of thing that does the microbes for the puppies. This isn't just the only one. But when you give it to them, it's just a spot. It's at this age, it's just barely, just a little tiny spot in their mouth. So that's how I do these puppies. These are not in critical condition, just this is sanity stuff. Thanks.